afternoon. Welcome. You're with IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live conversation web television. This is the platform where all of you can engage and discuss and converse with us as we discuss various issues which are being talked about on social media or other offbeat issues which traditional media is definitely not talking about. Well, we started a two-part series yesterday in which we talked about single women and the issues they face. They face the glass ceiling at the workspace. Men feel insecure that a woman can be as ambitious as competent, and especially if she's single and she's ambitious, a lot of men have problems with that. We talked of her, the social issues that she faces, landlords not wanting to give out a single woman a house on rent, assuming that she'll have late night parties, she'll have male friends staying over, or basically she will be a bad influence on the neighborhood. Neighbors talking, gossiping regarding her time that she comes back home from work, regarding the guests who come home, etc. We also talked about the third aspect, which is unwanted male attention. If you are single either by choice or if you are single because you're waiting for your Mr. Right, a lot of men, including married men, assume that you might be needy, if you know what I mean, and they try to make all kinds of passes at you, and they just do not seem to get that you are not interested. So these were the issues. We had a lovely discussion yesterday. Today we are going to continue that discussion and talk about what it is that makes men communicate inappropriately with women on the social media. So we are going to narrow down this discussion to the social media today, and it is only if a woman openly discloses her relationship status on Facebook or otherwise, only then do some men leave her alone. If she says that she's married on Facebook, or if she's in a relationship, only then do they leave her alone. Otherwise, they just seem to be trying their luck, so to speak. A lot of you single women out there, or a lot of you, in fact, women out there who use your laptops, your smartphones, or your tablets, you know this guy I'm talking about. The guy who is the nuisance, who just does not get it. He will send you messages late in the night, and suppose you are up reading or working, and if you are too nice and polite and if you reply back, all kinds of thoughts go through their heads, and they think you are available and you are interested. Okay, so these are the things we're going to talk about today. I have a lovely panel of guests with me. I have with me Rahul Kumar. Rahul Kumar is co-founder of TrulyMadly.com. TrulyMadly.com is a dating and relationship portal and a matchmaking site, if I may call it that. Rahul Kumar, welcome to India Post Live. Great having you. Thanks, Rahul. I also have with me two wonderful young women, Rajshri Narasimhan. Rajshri Narasimhan is the community head and content manager of Hope Monkey. Hope Monkey describes itself as a young, vibrant organization working for women's rights, and they claim to have a strong DNA of online activism. And she is joined by Ashima Prashar. Ashima Prashar is a writer, again, on Hope Monkey. Rajshri and Ashima, thank you so much for joining us on India Post Live.
Yeah.
Thanks. Great having you. We also hope to be joined by Urmimala De. Urmimala De joins us from Pune. She is a single woman. We were trying to contact her yesterday also. There seems to be some problem with the connection. Let's hope we are lucky today. We would love her to share her experiences of all these issues that we talked about as a single woman in the city. All right, Rahul, let me start with you. You are the only male member of this conversation. Yesterday we only had women, unfortunately. Great to have you. Rahul, I myself, a lot of my friends, colleagues, and generally the people I talk to are plagued by inappropriate messages, inappropriate pokes, inappropriate posts on their social media platforms. Why do you think this happens? What is it about men that makes them want to, keep trying, keep approaching, and then, take it the wrong way if the girl happens to say hi when the guy says hi?
Well, and what you observe, I'll just tell you from what you're observing on so it's a very funny nature, the way guys kind of, present their interest. So what we do is we send a batch of profiles to around 10 guys every day and around 30 guys to girls. What we observed is that guys like 99% of the profiles, while the girls only like 10% of the profiles. So guys are not drawn to me. They want to take their chances. They just want to see, hey, am I going to get lucky with this girl? And it's very funny because some of the profiles we spend. And when we see them, we are like, there's no way that these two guys, frankly, the guys still don't take the chance. And another very funny thing is trying to make you go out is that as soon as the girls start applying things, the guys very soon, very fast, you start asking them questions.
Yes.
And those were results. So I guess Indian men, I think is still ingrained, I guess, because of the background they're coming from, that they can actually follow females if they express the slightest interest. Not so. So I've lived in the US also for around 10 years. Doesn't happen there at all, actually. There's a certain decorum, there's a certain sanctity, there's a certain barrier, but I think the Indian people cross that very fast. And that's what we're observing and we're really working for, to make sure that girls are very connected.
Right. Okay, that was one perspective. Now let me come across to you, Rajshri. I'm talking of this entire mentality of men, where they just do not seem to understand that a woman can be single or not. She might not choose to express her relationship status out in the open. She might be outgoing. She might be a professional woman, but that does not mean she is available. Now, what is it? Why don't men seem to get that? That is something that has been, the reason we're doing this show is because at every level, right from her co-workers to some people in her family, we had somebody saying that her cousins, a single woman's cousins' husbands hate her because, she makes their wives feel empowered and being able to take their own decisions. So, but we are limiting ourselves to social media today. But the point is that even on social media, men just do not seem to get it when a woman wants to be left alone. What is your analysis of this, Rajshri?
To answer your question, I really wish I knew how to answer that, but I'm still trying to figure it out.
Right.
I think the thing with social media versus a lot of real life is that women are completely put themselves out there. So you can put up photographs of yourself, you can put up your own thoughts and stuff like that in a way that sometimes people aren't as comfortable doing in real life. And in exposing that other part of themselves, I feel like sometimes men can get the wrong message and think that means because they're open in that way that they don't usually encounter in real life, that means that they're open to them as well, which is not necessarily the case. And the part about not understanding that no means no, that translates completely into real life. Like, women encounter that every single day. And honestly, I think sometimes it just comes down to some kind of entitlement. And it's entitlement and upbringing.
Yes.
And it definitely starts with upbringing in the household, seeing the way that your mother treated the household, etc. I'm not a psychologist, so I won't go in it, but I think that we all have, we've all seen that. We can all see that. It definitely has to do with entitlement, and then I feel anonymity also has to do with it, especially. So a lot of female writers who do put themselves out there, and they are online, and they are expressing thoughts that men are either not comfortable with hearing, or they just are not used to hearing it, and it's something new for them. In regards to that, I feel like they just they feel like they can express themselves because there is this barrier with social media, and And also action, I feel like even if something happens, somebody writes like a dirty comment to you or something like that, which we see all the
No,
time.
but my point is, let me just interrupt you there for a second. My point is, it has happened. It has happened to me. It has happened to friends. Known people on Facebook, known contacts on Facebook choose to send you messages only late in the night. Now it's like either on my phone, either my status is online inadvertently. I'm probably not on my laptop. I have my phone next to me. Probably I'm reading a book. Suddenly there is this message, and it has to come at 1 in the night. Why can't it come at 1 in the afternoon? Now my point is, that's one. Secondly, suppose this message comes. He is a Facebook contact. He might not be a close friend. Of course, he's not a close friend. He's a contact. He says hi. If I reply hello, then subsequently the messages become sleazy, they become indecent, and subsequently I have to unfriend that person or give that person a piece of my mind. I'm trying to understand what is this mentality of these men that prompt them to send you or to reach out to you or contact you late in the night only, knowing very well, or having some kind of idea that the woman in question is single. So does that mean, I don't want to play a victim here, but is blocking people on Facebook or being offline the only answer? It's so disturbing. These people just don't get it, because if I've replied hello or hi, it's not because I am interested in you or I want to sleep with you. It's because I'm nice. But they think of it at a totally different level. That is my problem here. That is what I'm asking.
I feel like now, because it's so ingrained, like, the only option is kind of blocking them. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, this is very deeply rooted. Like, as I said, it's not only, we are focusing on social media, but it's a definite reflection of real life. It's a reflection of the entitlement, it's a reflection of their upbringing. Like, that's one of the things we're working at Monkey.
Right.
So by creating a community, like, we talk about this stuff all the time, but one of the biggest questions is, what are we supposed to do about it? What's our next step? Like, how do we deal with this stuff? Do we do, like, sensitization training programs? Like, does that change? Could that undo, like, years and years of damage and socialization that a guy has gone through that has developed him into becoming this way? Like, it's still, it's still something that we have to, we're going forward and doing. I'm super open.
Let me bring in Ashima here. Ashima, the problem that I just spoke to you about, and and my friends discussed this. What I have also done is, I do not reply to those messages anymore. I reply next day in the morning, say around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. And that is how I'm trying to send across this message. It is not okay to message me late in the night. If you want to message me, you message at normal hours. Because even though I might be okay with talking to my friends late in the night, I might be sleeping late, but it is you I have a problem with, the thought that is going on in your head when you are sending me a message late in the night that I want to nip in the bud. So I have just stopped replying to messages, and I only reply the next day. Do you have any other tips as somebody who is an online activist on how women can actually ward off? Because Rajshri talked of sensitizing men. She talked of how men need to be told that this is not okay. What are the various ways we can do that?
Personally, what I try to do is, I cannot help it. Whenever I get this sort of a message, I try to talk to that person. I try to write a decent
yes.
I try to use that, and I try to talk to them about what they're doing wrong and how they can correct it, and if they want to befriend somebody, this is not the right way to go about it, not the right time, not the right platform either, because it happens on LinkedIn and everywhere else.
Yes.
So I just try to talk to them, because it is a problem, we all know that, but we also have to get past it, get through it, because we have to coexist. So I try to talk to people, and it mostly does not work.
Yes.
But there's always the blocking button, but sometimes it has worked.
Okay, Rahul, let me come back to you now. Of course, you were talking about the various things that happen on Truly Madly, but I'm talking of the larger picture here. if a woman responds to a late night message or a message which later becomes inappropriate, if it's initially if it's only a hi, even if she responds to that, a man seems to think that okay, she has responded, she is available. Now, isn't that the same thing as a typical male mentality or a feudal man's mentality, that just because a woman is out walking on the streets, if she's wearing a short skirt or a pair of jeans, that means she's available? Isn't that the same mentality where this kind of a thing stems from?
Well, you know what happens, see, especially online, right? The fear of rejection is completely removed. So if you see on social media, on your WhatsApp, or even on an online site, right? The guys, there's no fear of rejection, right? If you were probably out there in the open, you would have done the same thing, right? But online, right? I think that gets magnified multiple times. Because the girl, you're not in physical contact with the girl, it's all virtual, right? So what's the worst which can happen? Right? She'll block you, she'll unfriend you, right?
Okay.
So that's what happens, and and obviously the whole mentality. And what we realize is that no matter how much you teach them, they're still going to start doing the same thing. So what we're trying to do, especially on Truly Madly, because we control that platform, is guide the male members on how they should start and how should they kind of communicate with the female members. So we have built some interesting quizzes, we have built some games, some stickers they can exchange. So we try to kind of have them kind of know about each other as much as possible.
Okay.
Before they can even send personalized messages. So that's what we're trying to do. So I don't know if teaching or kind of giving them tutorial or anything of that sort of thing.
How do you vet these men, Rahul? How do you vet your male clients on Truly Madly?
How do you do what, sorry?
How do you vet them? How do you check them out?
So basically, we do a lot of verification. One is that you have to connect to Facebook, right? So that's the basic sanity check too. But then, you also have something called a trust code. So what the male guys have to do is they can connect to LinkedIn, or they can actually get endorsed by the female friend to build up their trust code and hire the trust code match. So that's how we kind of navigate that.
All right, great. Okay, we are now joined by Urmimala De. She's a finance professional, a single woman who joins us from Pune. Urmimala, welcome to India Post Live. We've been trying to talk to you since yesterday. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for welcoming me.
Hi. Urmimala, we have been, since yesterday, I'm sure you're aware, we have been talking of the various issues that women have to deal with in society, especially if she's a single woman. She could be single by choice, she could be single because she's waiting for Mr. Right, or, she might not choose to disclose her relationship status, but all kinds of problems at work, in her social life, unwanted attention from males. We discussed all that yesterday. Today we are talking specifically about men harassing women through social media. What stories do you have to share? If you want, we can talk of the larger perspective first. Do you have any stories that you want to share with us, being a single independent woman yourself?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the moment you say social media, Facebook comes. And the moment I change my profile pic,
oh yes,
at least two requests. I know that I'm gonna get 2 requests, and those 2 requests are gonna be unanswered. I mean, I'm gonna add them, or not. I'm gonna reject them. So they're just gonna be there in the list. So right now there are 93 pending requests.
Do you know these people? Urmimala, do you know these people? Any of them? Any of these 93 friends? People? Okay.
No. I must tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I generally do not add the people whom I do not know personally.
Great. Yeah.
Number 1.
But a friend request can be ignored. Urmimala, a friend request can be ignored. What about people sending you messages directly? What about people harassing you on, through Facebook, through Twitter?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I would like to share one more thing. You were talking to the other participant some time back. I heard that, about blocking. Blocking is not the solution. You know
Okay.
what they're gonna do? They're
Yeah.
gonna create another ID, and they're gonna approach you with another ID, and they're
Okay.
gonna tell you that, I have five other IDs and I can do it. They are so confident. So this is how they react, and that is not the solution. I feel you just need to, you know, take them and and tell them that no, I just don't need to talk to you. Thank you. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
When I get a message, I reply, but I do not accept the friend request.
Do you get messages late in the night? Do you get late night messages? And people who you know on Facebook, has it ever happened? People who you know on Facebook who are not close friends, who could be colleagues, ex-colleagues, or friends, who choose to message you only late in the night. They do not find the time otherwise. It's only late in the night that they want to talk to you. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that? How do you? I said it very openly how I deal with it. How do you deal with it?
Yeah, just I give a very clear answer that thank you for messaging me. Is it anything urgent? Then we can talk about, or else we can talk tomorrow, or we can talk later.
Okay. So
And I
you
just shut it.
Okay, so you are also going the polite way, the nice way. Rajshri, do you, that is the approach I think most women take, because A, you don't want to burn bridges, B, you don't want to be trolled perhaps, and C, you're also, being a single woman, at least, as far as I'm concerned, being a journalist, I remember cases like Priyadarshini Mattu. I know that I'm responsible for my own safety. So it is better to be polite and try to ward them off rather than, take them head on and say, how dare you message me so late in the night and stuff. Do you agree with that?
So I think it's a little different for me because I am, for some reason I let my personality take like full throat. So I will either tell them exactly what I think about what they message me, like, hey, that's not okay, or hey, you can't treat me like that, etc. The problem is it doesn't always go through. And so then most of the time, like maybe 90% of the time, I just ignore it. Like I can't, I think we're all busy women and we all have like our own sites and stuff like that, and that's just like off. Like if you're gonna try to like say something to me that's inappropriate and that's not worth my time, then I don't have time to do it. Like, but I thought it was very interesting that women tend to be like the polite because that I never even imagined doing. But like I feel like that's probably the better way. Like,
yes.
Maybe speaking through kindness is better. Yeah, maybe I should.
Right, absolutely. Okay, let's just go on a lighter note now. In fact, we found out this very cute site on Social Samosa which talked of some friendship requests, and most of them, even I have received requests from people whose grammar was pathetic. I actually felt like copy editing the request and sending it back to them. Let's take a look at some very hilarious friend requests or messages that have come on Facebook seeking your friendship. Okay, so that's the article we found on the net. 25 sleazy friendship requests girls get on Facebook. Okay, there you have it. You seems to be a cool person from your profile. You have this inbox in your Facebook and the others, so these have all come in. Okay, I'm so and so based in UK. I could love to be a close friend with you. I love to have you as my wife. If you accept my wish, kindly add me to your FB ID so we can chat. Great. That is how marriages are made in heaven, definitely. The over affectionate request, how are you and your family doing? I come across your profile, I stop to say, hey, well, I would like to know some more about you. Hope to hear from you soon. Contact me at so and so. Wow, we women are just waiting to contact such men. Okay, the random chat request, I want to chat with you, please reply. Okay, that is an order, you have to reply. Nothing else to be done. Happy New Year request. Do you know, friend, New Year come by only once, one chance for a long time, so you have to enjoy too much. Too much. Okay, I'm out of India. I can also celebrate 2011. I want to enjoy. Too much, friend. Okay, take care. Enjoy yourself. God bless you, friend. Wow, that needs some serious editing. The stalker request, can we be friends? I following you on Twitter. Great. Hi, so-and-so from Mumbai, like to be friends? Okay, this is being classified as a normal request. Perhaps it's normal. The shortest request, hi, can we friends? Seriously? The gentleman has no idea of space also. Okay, the indirect proposal request. Hi dear, how are you? Hey, I'm from Mumbai, would like to be your friend and enjoy with you. You can call me at so-and-so, please reply. We women don't have any other work. We are just waiting for random men to send us these invitations, and we will pick up the phone and call them, or we will, reply on their email saying, hey, I want to be your friend too. The whole problem with these men is they just don't get it, and they just don't seem to understand. We were talking yesterday about unwanted male attention. They don't seem to understand that sometimes I don't like you for who you are, not because I'm with someone else. So just leave me alone. And that is a message that very, very clearly needs to come across, and we are just trying to understand through both the shows how we can get across these messages. Nobody seems to have the clear answer. Ashima, it's time to wind up the show now. I'll take final comments from all of you. Ashima, you first. Sensitizing men and all of that. Yesterday we had Anita Sharma telling us that trends are changing, trends have to change, men have to understand. Do you have any quick fix solution to this problem?
There isn't a quick fix solution to this problem. It's like a really, really deep-rooted problem. Can I hear? Okay.
I'm
right?
saying, yeah. How can we as women, do our bit in making men, even our male friends or male acquaintances rather, definitely not friends, acquaintances understand that there is always a line that you must not cross?
Yes. That we can do is, whenever there is even an ounce of discomfort in a conversation you're having, in any these Facebook messages, I would speak out. I would say exactly what's causing discomfort, and I would try to make them understand why it's causing discomfort to me. I don't see any other way that we can do this.
No other way. Just tell them to their face. Okay, all right. I get it.
Instead of doubting yourself or why you're feeling like that,
yes.
Speak it out.
Women tend to play victim, or women tend to blame themselves. These are two very extreme ways in which women do tend to go. So as yesterday the psychologist, therapist Anita Mishra was saying, it is important for us to develop our own self-confidence. Rahul, final comments from you. How do you deal with women clients who complain about such men who are, not taking the hint? And how do you think this sensitivity can be brought in men, being a man yourself?
Well, it's going to happen, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be kind, as you want. What we are doing is that we are very strict policy.
Right.
The moment anyone kind of goes too far, or say that using the content immediately and we have very small disclaimers on the app. We say if you use any inappropriate content, and then you block, you can do legal action. So I guess right now we will be more proactive and being
right.
I think over time, as we evolve, I think the guys will be like will be follow this thing.
So be more proactive, use technology, and basically make it very clear to them that they are not wanted, is what Rahul is saying. Lovely. Urmimala, last comments from you. Single women who are living independently in the city, we already have a lot of issues. We have our safety to take care of, our financial issues to take care of. My last comment from you, my last question, doesn't it help to have a really nice male friend who's kind of around to take care of you, and who you can, whose shoulder you can lean on if somebody bothers you like this, or do you not need that also?
No, definitely it's nice to have friends, and I do have many good friends.
Great.
I do have,
Great.
And some of them, maybe you will be surprised, though at the first place I told you that I do not entertain people whom I do not know. But then there are a few of them whom I'm sure you remember our awkward days when Facebook was not there.
Yeah, Orkut days.
And,
Yes.
Yes. And since then I know these guys, and you know, you won't believe there's one friend. He approached me very long, I mean, around 7 years back, like 5 years back. And then I did not reply him for 5 years. Okay, I just said I added him because his surname was
could you repeat that, Urmimala?
hi,
You need to repeat
and
that.
after
What
that,
was his?
you know, after 5 years I replied.
You need to repeat that. Why did you accept the friendship? Oh, I think, you know, just when we were coming to the interesting part of that
Yeah.
gossip. Are you there, Urmimala?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, very quickly, why did you accept the request?
I accepted the request because his surname was very uncommon, and I found it uncommon, and that attracted me. And I thought, okay, let me just add him. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to interact.
We
much.
all do that. Yeah.
Let me just add him. Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah.
So I added him, and then once I spoke to him, just hi and how are you and all that. And then after that, he kept messaging me 3-4 times, but I never replied him. But the guy is so nice. He never messaged me. You know, he is so nice. But after 5 years, you will not believe. After 5 years, this guy suddenly on LinkedIn, I met this guy once again. You know, I don't remember whether he sent me the request on LinkedIn or I sent him the request.
Okay.
But then again we got in touch with each other, and he wished me on my birthday, and you know.
So you are online friends. You are online friends,
Yeah.
and he is not repulsive. He is not somebody who is bothering you, right?
Yeah.
Great. Urmimala, you're one lucky woman, because I can tell you of a LinkedIn. LinkedIn is actually a professional network. But we actually know someone who received a LinkedIn message from an unknown person asking for a friendship, and this is how that message went. We are not going to show you that message. We are going to you know, try to you know, just to safeguard this person's privacy. But there was a LinkedIn message, and LinkedIn is very rare to get random friend requests on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional network. So that has also happened. So it's not just Facebook, it's not just Twitter, you know, even or even WhatsApp. Even LinkedIn can be quite notorious for such things. But then, like all my guests said, we all have our own ways of dealing with it. It is important for us to not feel victimized and not feel guilty. It is important for us women to let men know where they are crossing the line. All right, time to end the conversation. Thank you so much. The conversation, of course, continues on India Post Live through your posts and your comments. I would like to thank my guest, Urmimala De, for your very personal insights. Thank you so much for that. Rahul Kumar, your tips and how you manage it as co-founder of trulymadly.com, the dating site. Thank you so much for joining us. Ashima and Rajshri from Hope Monkey. Hope Monkey is an online activism site for women's rights. Both of you, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. It was great having you. We end it here. The fight of single women, of course, continues in various aspects, like we mentioned yesterday and today. Whatever you have to say about that, do write into us or tweet us. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.